Welcome back to the New York Jets Madden 22 franchise. And I just want to say thank you guys so much for all the support. I really do appreciate it. Keep hitting that like button. Keep the views up. Thank you so much. As you can see, it hasn't been pretty. 1-9, not good. And we're just going to move on to the offseason. I think that's the best bet. Let's just move on to the offseason because you see, you take one step forward, you take another step back. And I think that's going to pretty much be the rest of the season. There's not going to be a whole lot to see. These games aren't going to be really competitive. We're probably going to lose most of them. So instead of that, let's go to the offseason. Let's rebuild this team. As you can see so far through the season, 12 touchdowns, 12 picks for Zach Wilson. That completion percentage at 56%. And he's only a star development, which definitely hurts. Obviously, I know you can get upgrades and you have good seasons and keep going up and up. No doubt about it. But up and down, last game, maybe the worst game he possibly had. 117 yards passing, 8 for 22. Not good. Just a lot of throws that he's missing. You can see these completion percentage. Even the game where he had 400 yards, he had a 52 completion percentage. Best one we've had so far is 58. He's just missing so many throws where you need to hit those throws on third downs, third and shorts, third and threes. Crossing route, over the middle, easy throw, guy open, he misses it. Deep routes, guys are open. In the NFL, if you have 2 steps on a corner, you're open. And we've had guys that have 5 steps on corners, and it's just the throws aren't there. So Zach Wilson, I would say, so far, a disappointment. And there's been no run game. The run game has been a complete disappointment. Not good at all. Ty Johnson's the best at 4.2 a carry, 31 carries for 130. Michael Carter just hasn't gotten anything at all. The offensive line needs major work. But you know what? That's okay. This team needed it, and that's why we did this franchise, because this Jets team needs a total rebuild. I've seen a few guys. I like Mims, and I like Elijah Moore in the receiving game. So those guys, Mosley's not too bad. He's definitely performed, but defensively, struggling with the run, struggling up front, trying to get tackles. Quincy Williams right now at the moment, we'll sim and see where he ends up, but he has 5 sacks. He's led us in limited time. So Quincy Williams, I like what I see there. Everything else on the defensive side of the ball, I don't know. Franklin Myers is okay. Quinton Williams, he's been okay. Hopefully those guys will be a part of the team next season, but hopefully we can see them step up their game, and that would be fantastic. As we just got to get a more consistent pass rush. We got to make sure we tackle, and that's really all it's all about. If you look at most of the solid defenses in the NFL, they can tackle real well. And right there, they can take the ball because we don't have that. 2 picks the entire season in both the games kind of we played. So that's got to change. So what we're going to do, we're just going to sim the rest of the season and see where we end up. And based off, you can see this view standings down there, we finished 1-16. We didn't win a game the rest of the season. So let's take a look at the standings. Browns win the division at 11-6. Ravens wild card at 11-6. Bengals at 8-9. Pittsburgh at 7-10. Titans win that division at 8-9. Man, that's just terrible. Jaguars at 5-12. Yeah, Bills at 13-4, the number 1 seed. Patriots do get into the playoffs at a wild card. We are 1-16. So I believe we'll have the number 1 overall pick. 1-16. Even Simi can't win games. The Raiders 11-6 win the division. Chiefs get a wild card, and the Chargers just miss out at 10-7. And the NFC Packers at 13-4 win that division. Bears get a wild card at 10-7. The Bucks 15-2. Brady trying to win a Super Bowl. They're the number 1 seed. Panthers, Saints are in. Cowboys win that division pretty easily at 14-3. And then the Cardinals win at 11-6 with a 10-7 Seahawks missing out. And the Rams at 8-9. Disappointing season for them. So this is the playoffs here. Looking at Bills, Bucks are your number 1 seeds. You got Chiefs going to Cleveland. New England going to Las Vegas. Baltimore going to Tennessee. New Orleans going to Dallas. Chicago's going to Green Bay in the division matchup there. And then you have Carolina going to Arizona. See what happens. We'll see who's going to win the Super Bowl. Finishing stats, 25 touchdowns, 6 picks. So, I guess he ended up with 13-4. 13 touchdowns, 4 picks the remainder of the season. That's better, but still that completion percentage is terrible. 438 yards for Tevin Coleman leads the team. 438 yards. Elijah Moore, pretty good season. has an upgrade, so we'll do that right here. Let's do a route runner. He's up to a 70. He's a 73 overall, really a 75 because -2 morale. 1 catch in traffic, 1 catch, 2 deep route, 1 medium route, catch in traffic. So he is a star development. Hey, I will take it. I think he's played well enough. We'll take the star development for him. 4 touchdowns in the season. Mims ends up with 7 touchdowns, 15.2 a catch. That's pretty good. Defensively, Mosley leads us in tackle with 168 total tackles, and Quincy Williams ends up finishing second with 105 total, 14 tackles for loss. Ended up with the 5 sacks, but still, that's a very good season. So maybe the linebacker core, maybe still need 1. But so far, Quincy Williams, C.J. Mosley, those guys are good to go. The rest of the defense, we'll see what happens in the offseason. Franklin Myers with 6.5 sacks is going to lead us. And we got a few more picks as Justin Hardy with 2 and a bunch of guys with 1 or more, just 1 pretty much pick. So not a lot of turnovers and obviously a lot of games lost. Now as for the NFL leaders, passing statistics, very down. Now I haven't looked into the sim stats at all, but Matt Ryan leads with 4,100 yards with an extra game. That can't be right. I mean, I think there's going to be a lot of guys near 5,000 yards passing. Chubb with 1,600 rushing yards there, leads the league by, by 6 yards over Ezekiel Elliott. Yeah, a lot of guys over 1,000. That should probably be what it is. As Zeke runs for 25 touchdowns, Jacobs with 21, Henry with a 19, James Robinson with 19. So the touchdown markers are definitely up there. It's just the yards don't really match up. That's what I'm seeing there. Ridley with 131 catches. Look at Calvin Ridley. Thomas with 118. You have a decent amount of guys over 100 catches. A lot of guys in the 90s, no doubt about it. You're going to have, obviously, more of that with an extra game this year as Ridley leads 1,555 yards. I think maybe you get more 1,000-yard receivers. I could be wrong. I just think the yards, they're all for sure. Michael Thomas with 17. Gronk with 16. Tate with 14. Adams with 12. Yeah, I think the yards are definitely off. I would say if you pass for 4,000 yards, I mean, it's still a good season. Maybe a little low. Definitely a little low. Look at the sack numbers. A lot of guys up there in the sacks, no doubt about it. But yeah, I mean, what's Brady on pace for this year? I think he's, maybe like 5,500 yards or something ridiculous like that, obviously with the extra game. So we'll see. I don't know what that is. If anybody knows about the sim stats, this is an offline franchise. I know it does change from offline to online, so if you have any, I'll have to look something up but there you go. The stats are a little bit down, but there you go for that season. Staff moves. Definitely like this. It's so hard sometimes to try to keep up with what happens and who they fire, who they get rid of. So Flores is fired, the whole Dolphin staff. Same with Joe Judge in New York. That staff is gone. Jaguars fired the defensive coordinator. Looks like the Lions fired their offensive coordinator. Seahawks offensive coordinator. Steelers their defensive coordinator. And the whole staff of the Minnesota Vikings has been fired as well. So we'll have a new coach in the division with Flores gone. We'll see what happens there. Vikings and Giants also looking for a new head coach. As for our coordinators, we have Zach Parker, Stephen Meyer. We're just going to fire them. 1 in 16 year. Moves have to be made. It's lucky in real life, reality. I don't think Robert Saleh would go that way, but hey, it happens. You have a bad season like that, there's a good possibility that you can get fired. So we're going to fire our both offensive and defensive coordinator, try to match this up, and then we have enough staff points. You can see above we have 103 staff points that we can upgrade these guys right away. Now this is what I was kind of waiting for, just not really using the staff points during the season. See where you are at the end of the season, and then maybe use it on these guys. That's exactly what we're going to do. So Austin Trask is going to be our offensive coordinator, defensive coordinator. Let's take a look. We do want to run the 4-3. That's kind of what we're going to go with. Now, obviously, we can change things up however we want to, but 4-3 is definitely the way we want to go. Going down the list here, maybe Scott Anderson is Sammy Rios. He's run the 4-3 quarters, and I think that's what we'll go with. Sammy Rios is going to be our defensive coordinator. Now let's look at these talent trees. So obviously we have the ability to get X factors on the offensive line and boost impact block, I think for tight ends, so we'll do that one. That'll be one upgrade. Go over, that's the boost injury rating for all offensive players by 4. That would definitely be nice, but I don't know if we can start with that. Ability for X Factors on the defensive line, definitely want that. Which one do we go for? Boost tackle for the all linebackers, or do we go, kind of your front 4? We'll go linebackers. It's a strength. Want to just continue to keep it a strength. Boost injury for the defense, we'll definitely do that. Play rec from the corners, definitely for sure. We're going to need help, no doubt about there. We'll work on the corners. Boost pursuit for the corners, we'll take there. We still have decent amount of points, and then we'll continue to do that. Get number 2 on that one. And then block shedding for the left ends. So hopefully we can get a better pass rush with that upgrade. Player personnel, maybe the discount on the trade for older players, so we'll do that. Anything else? We're only down to 7, so I think that's it. But we upgraded the offensive defensive coordinators we just hired, so that is good. That should help out a lot. And you can see the playoffs. It's going to be the Patriots and the Packers in the Super Bowl. New England goes to Las Vegas, win there. They go to Buffalo, just take care of business, 21-point victory, and then beat the Titans. And then the Packers take down Tom Brady and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So we have a Packers-Patriots Super Bowl. Wow. Did not expect that. Mac Jones and the Patriots are going to the Super Bowl. And here is your Pro Bowl lineup. See what we got. So we got Corey Davis, wide receiver number 4, is one of our Pro Bowlers. Do we have anybody else on this list? Probably not. I do not expect anybody else, especially anybody on the defense. I completely doubt it. Not seeing anything here. Nope, that is it. One Pro Bowler, Corey Davis. Zeke Elliott is going to win your MVP with those 25 rush touchdowns. Mike McCarthy is going to be Coach of the Year. We go down the list here. Offensive Player of the Year for the AFC is going to be Derrick Henry. Najee Harris, Offensive Rookie of the Year. And Kwity Paye, Defensive Rookie of the Year. We saw him in that Colts game. He sacked us twice. So definitely had a fantastic year. Danny Amendola wins wide receiver. Stanley, offensive line. Max Crosby, defensive lineman. Von Miller, linebacker. Terrell Edmonds is going to win your best DB. And Joey Sly is going to win your best kicker. As for the NFC, Zeke wins Offensive Player of the Year. Donald with the Defensive Player of the Year with those big-time sack numbers. Offensive Rookie of the Year is going to go to Justin Fields. And Micah Parsons wins the Defensive Rookie of the Year. I don't think that's too much of a surprise there. Definitely, obviously Diggs. I mean, obviously, yeah, but it's very realistic for, I would say, Justin Fields. We'll see. Packers win 28-16. So Green Bay and Aaron Rodgers, all the good stuff going on in the offseason, all that crazy stuff, doesn't matter. It ends up in a Super Bowl winning championship, 5th for the Green Bay Packer organization, and Adrian Amos is going to win your Super Bowl MVP. So, Joe Judge, welcome to Miami. Welcome to this AFC East division. We'll have to take a look at him. That's who will be the new head coach of the Dolphins to see how they turn this thing around. And let's take a look at the retirements as we are about to get into the offseason. So will we have anybody retire? I'm not really sure. Richard Sherman and Dominican Sue are going to retire. Emmanuel Sanders is gone there. Levine. Amendola, who just wins wide receiver of the year, he's gone. Beth Roethlisberger has finally retired. So now the Pittsburgh Steelers are going to go in a new direction. Josh Norman retires. Gostkowski. Who else we got down the list here? Anybody big time? Kerrigan is gone. Mark Ingram is gone. Tim Tebow retires. There goes Tim Tebow. Larry Fitzgerald officially retires. Adrian Peterson, same thing, officially retires. Same with Frank Gore. So those guys are definitely Hall of Famers, no doubt about it. And there you go for the retirement list. Now, we have mock draft number 3. We also have players to negotiate. So I say maybe let's go to mock. Which one do we do first here? Let's go to negotiation before we get into the mock draft. Because this is going to be simple. There's really nobody here, maybe other than Franklin Myers, that I sign right here. Everybody else, like LaMarcus Joyner, I'm open to bringing him back, but not right now. I let him hit free agency and see where we go from there. So John Franklin Myers, he just wants a 2-year deal that'll put him at 27 years old. Not too bad. And he accepts. So there you go. That was simple. 2-year deal done. chance to prove himself, chance to possibly get a bigger contract because he'll be only 27 years old when that runs out. Plenty of time. But looking at the rest of this list, nah, I think I'm good right now. No Wilson, Tevin Coleman, we don't need anything there. See anybody else? Morgan Moses, Nathan Shepard, Tyler Croft. We'll go different tight ends. Javon Guidry is an interesting one. He is so fast. 97 speed. Not right now. I think we'll let him just sit there. He'll hit free agency. I don't know if anybody will pick him up. FSC's only a 71 overall, so we could probably always pick him up in the preseason. That's probably a good option there with his speed. So that's something we might do, but nobody else other than Franklin Myers. Now, looking at this mock draft, we have the number 1 pick, Derek Stingley Jr., so who they think we're going to take. And I'm going to tell you right now, it's probably where we're going. Sam Howell, number 2 overall pick. New coach there for the Giants, and they need a new quarterback because it's not working out. But pretty much you got Thibodeau, Neal, Hamilton going to the Jaguars, Garrett Wilson, wide receiver, going to the Falcons, Chris Olave to the Eagles, who have 3 first-round picks. So this is a big draft for the Philadelphia Eagles. There's no doubt about it. It's going to be a big draft for us. Huge draft. We have a lot of draft picks. We have 2 picks in the first round. As you can see at number 17, they're saying we're going to take Trent McDuffie out of Washington. That's probably not going to happen. And what I'm thinking is we're going to trade up. We're going to get a little bit of a higher draft pick, but we have a bunch of picks. This is probably the biggest offseason in this franchise. This first offseason is huge. Ton of draft picks, trying to pick up as much talent as possible and really turn around this team because we need it. We need it bad. I'm tired of playing these games and it's just complete blowouts. I'm tired of, having to put these videos out where you guys are watching just awful games. There's got to be a little bit of hope, and that's what we want going into next season. So taking a look at this roster before we hit free agency. Now, we have some money to spend. No doubt about it. We're looking to make a big-time splash? Probably not, but we'll see. We're going to get Mekhi Becton back. That is awesome. So that'll really help out the offensive line. We definitely need guards. We need a guard and tackle. We need tight end. Receiver, you got Davis and Moore and Mims. We might draft a receiver, but I don't know if I'm going to bring in another receiver. Running back, we definitely need to take a look at the veteran quarterbacks. That's a big-time deal as well. We'll have to see there. Defensively, I'm not sure about this either. Corner is the deal. Corner is where we need something, and probably strong safety. We get Ashton Davis back from injury. He'll start free safety. Linebackers look good. I say our front 4 looks pretty good. Maybe a late draft there. Maybe an outside linebacker. I think we're going to move Mosley to the outside linebacker. And then we'll have a middle linebacker stop. But Quincy Williams won up to star. So that is really good. I'm glad. That is awesome. I think we kind of got screwed out of that chance to upgrade him in that one game. We had the tackle for loss. They didn't give it to us. So he's up to his star development. Like I said, Ashton Davis is going to be back from injury. So he's definitely going to start. I mean, he's only in his second year, misses the entire season this past season. We just couldn't bring him back. I think he's back from IR in real life, but we just weren't allowed to bring him back. But he'll start. We need a strong safety, probably a middle linebacker, definitely corners, and definitely offensive line. Now, taking a look at these prospects, as now we can look at their combine results so we can see what they do. Let's take a look through position. We're going to go to Malik Willis because this is the guy we were interested in. You can see when we got the throw accuracy meet him at B, but he runs a 4.53, decent vertical, good broad jump, decent three-cone drill, and a pretty good 20-yard shuttle. You can see his throw power is great. Great speed, they're saying. So it looks like he has an arm, elite acceleration. He has A, break sack, B, throw on the run. He looks good. He looks good at all. I don't know if he's going to go in the first round. We have number 1 pick in the second. That could be where he goes. Now, as for running backs, there's guys here. So we got Isaiah Spiller. Let's see, 4.48, 27 bench reps. That's really good. Get good 3-cone. So first in the 20-yard shuttle as well. A spin move, A pass block, B catching, A ball carrier vision. He looks very good. Now you got Brian Robinson out of Alabama, 4.46, but he is a big back. That is no doubt about it. He can catch the ball as well. He's obviously not up to speed, not Derrick Henry type, but still, A, break tackle, B, catching. So that looks good. Chris Olave is another guy we're looking at. If we're going to trade up, this might be a guy we look at. 4.37 is the number 3 wide receiver overall. They're saying good jumping, good change of direction, good agility. But he is, I think, a very good receiver. Same with Garrett Wilson. Same college, Ohio State. They have the best receivers in the country. 4.37 40, second in this wide receiver class. He's first in the 3-cone drill at 6.73. So he's going to have really good acceleration. As for, crazy Alabama with the receivers, John Mechie runs a 4.44. You can see he had A, in the short catch, but C, catching. That's a little concerning with the C catching. I thought it could be maybe better than that. And Jahan Dotson, he has F catching. F! Fastest wide receiver in the class at a 4.35. Best in the deep route. He runs an A deep route. But, man, when you can't catch the ball, though, that's big time concerning. But still, got to look at. Offensive tackle, Kenyon Green, A impact block, A pass block, 4.83. Wow, 39 bench reps, 4.83. That is crazy at a guy his size. And Derek Stingley Jr., A's across the board. He runs a 4.3 in the combine. We'll have to see maybe college pro day if it's a little different. But 4.3, he is fast, good acceleration, A catching, A press, A man coverage, D play rex bound. We don't know what his zone is, but man, he looks like an absolute beast. And Tyke Smith, the safety from Georgia, the guy they said to watch out for, 4.46, 5th overall in safety. He looks solid. Maybe a 3rd-round pick. B-man coverage, B finesse moves, B tackle. So those are some guys we can look out for. Obviously, you could go down the list more, but I think those are guys that maybe we kind of look in the first couple rounds. Now, as for free agency, we have $82.1 million. A lot of money to spend. We'll see. Davante Adams, number 1. There you go. And nobody's interested in him. That is weird. Quarterback. There's absolutely nothing. There's nothing. I am not bringing in Ryan Fitzpatrick. I'm just not. There's just no need to. There's nothing there. Wow. Running back. Sony Michel, Melvin Gordon, Leonard Fournette, Damian Williams. Ugh. Same thing here. I don't want any of these guys. Like Le'Veon Bell, he's going to come back to New York. I don't think so. Matt Breida. Yeah. There's no reason to bring in any of these guys. We'll just draft somebody. There's plenty of good running backs in this draft. There's no need. Now, Davante Adams, trust me, I would love to put in Chris Godwin. There's no bids for these players. That is crazy. I was thinking about it, but not right now. I don't think so. I think we're gonna stick kind of what we got and draft a receiver. And anyway, I do not think Davante Adams would want to come to New York to play with a quarterback that really can't do anything and possibly a rookie quarterback. We'll see. Going from Aaron Rodgers to that, no way. I don't think so at all. And especially organization, we're not in the really winning ways, so it's not like, we're going to possibly compete for a Super Bowl this year either. As for tight end, Gerald Everett. Decent speed, good catching. That we want to look for blocking guys too, because we want to run the ball a lot more. But Gerald Everett, a good receiving tight end, give him a 3-year deal, puts him at 31 years old. I think this could be a good fit. Gives you a little something to go at. That's what we want. There's possibility we draft a tight end as well. As for offensive linemen, not a whole lot here for left tackle, left guard. Ben Jones, center, but we got McGovern in that contract, man, $27 million over 3 years. Ugh. Yeah, we're going to have to look at some contracts. But Brandon Scherf, this is a guy who would really help out. 88 overall, superstar. He is 30 years old, but if we offer him a 2 or 3 year deal, I would take it. This could really help out this right side of the line that we need for running, for pass protection, everything. So we're going to offer him a 3-year deal, $46 million. We had to overspend a little bit just to get above the Detroit Lions, but hopefully we can get Brandon Scherf. That would be fantastic. Mitchell Schwartz, Morgan Moses, 6 bids for Schwartz. I'm not sure if we're going to get into that. So nothing there. Defensive end, probably probably don't really need anything. I think we're good with Franklin Myers, Quinnen Williams, a defensive tackle. You got Sheldon Rankins. I think we're good at defensive tackle as well. We don't really have to spend any money at these positions. I think we're good looking down the list. There's some guys here you can fill in, no doubt about it, but I don't think we really need anything. And then Carl Lawson coming back from injury. He's going to start, obviously. And you got Shaq Lawson, you got Huff. You got guys there that I don't think we really need to bring in anything. Mosley, as you can see, is going to be an outside linebacker. So we need a middle linebacker because Quincy Williams is going to be the other outside linebacker. As you can see, there's guys here. Von Miller, you could bring him in for pass rushing specialist, which is something we might do. I just think he's going to want a lot of money. Now, this is what I'm intrigued about. Melvin Ingram, just like I'm talking about with Von Miller. He was a Pro Bowler last year with Pittsburgh. And, I mean, $15 million over a year. That is a lot. Don't get me wrong. But it's not like he's going to be our starting outside linebacker. He would just be on pass rushing downs. Third downs, he's going to be that specialist to try to help out a little bit. And I think that can work. Just a one-year deal, no big deal. We're often offer Melvin Ingram a contract there. And hopefully he signs and that gives us a pass rushing guy. Going down the list, see if there's anybody else. Anybody else maybe we could possibly bring in. And then we get the cornerback. So Dante Jackson, oh man, that would be fantastic. Casey Hayward Jr., he is up there in age at 32. Jason Verrett, 31 years old. Levi Wallace, a Pro Bowler from a team we know all about, Buffalo in this division. Going down the list. So there's guys here. Obviously, we're probably going to take Stingley at 1. But in this day and age, you need 3, maybe 4 corners. And we're going to have to sign maybe 1 or 2 guys here. Man, Dante Jackson would be fantastic. But that we might get into a huge bid as well. Casey Hayward Jr., like he said, he's 32 years old. 88 speed, 81 man coverage, 86 zone, 87 play work with a 90 acceleration, 85 press. The speed might get you a little bit. Verrett, coming over from San Francisco, 90 speed. I think you almost need at least 90 speed. Or you're just going to get burnt. I think that's the whole thing. Levi Wallace is interesting. Brian Poole, 29 years old. He is going to be an 89 speed, 82 man, 86 zone, 81 press. Yeah, Levi Wallace, which I like his height. I like the 6 foot. I mean, if you're not going to be fast, at least have some height. And he did make the Pro Bowl last year. 90 speed, 83 man, 80 zone, 84 press, 93 acceleration. I think we target Levi Wallace for sure. I think he's a solid guy. Solid corner. Like I said, made the Pro Bowl last year with Buffalo. I think we keep going on the list here, just trying to look at guys. But I think Levi Wallace, maybe Verrett as well, possibly. But I think Levi Wallace is the main guy. Also, 27 years old helps out a lot. Just give him a 2-year deal, about $13 million. And that's going to put him 80 points. Obviously, first, because nobody else is offering anything. We'll wait on Verrett to see. Safety. LaMarcus Joyner, I think we try to bring back maybe on a 1-year deal. Just go 1 year, $4.2 million. Because right now, unless we draft somebody, really don't have a starter at strong safety. So we'll sign him. Need a kicker. Josh Lambo. Young-Ho Koo. Let's go Lambo. We'll just sign Josh Lambo. He's actually a superstar development. And looking at it, when I looked at his abilities, he actually has a crazy ability where the kicking meter goes slow. I've never played with a kicker with that, so that's going to be interesting if he signs. And Patrick Ricard at fullback, he's pretty much a defensive lineman that can just railroad people. Obviously plays for the Ravens. He's such a big-time important piece to their run game. So I'm really surprised that they let him go. We're going to try to sign him because we can bring Pat Ricard in. That'll really beef up our running. But here we go. Scherf, Ingram, Lambo, Ricard, Levi Wallace, LaMarcus Joyner, and Gerald Everett are our guys we're trying to sign. As we move on to the next week, and if you look below, they all accepted. There you go. We got every one of them. Scherf signed. That is huge. That really helps out our offensive line. Everett helps out with the tight end. Levi Wallace at corner. I still think we possibly might go for Jason Verrett if he is still there. But that is huge. Huge. Helps out a lot. And then obviously we're going to add all these draft picks. I think, next year, I still think we're only going to probably get 5 or 6 wins. But we are going to be very competitive. Look at it as College Pro Day. They're saying they ran a 4.28. Derek Stingley, 4.28 improves on the shuttle. Same with the 3-cone. Better broad jump. It is really interesting with pro days versus combines, how, sometimes you'll see a guy runs like a 4.75 at the combine. Pro day runs like a 4.5. So it's like, what do you believe? What is it? Who knows? Who really knows? But that is crazy. 4.28. Chris Olave, 4.33. So he improves on the college pro day. I like how the college pro days are better than the combine as well, because that is definitely true. Like I said, pro days usually end up better. They're just more comfortable. I think that's what it is. You're just more comfortable. You're in a place that you can perform a lot better. You're kind of, there's obviously cameras there, but it's not being broadcast on NFL Network. It's completely different. So, it's not like fully under scrutiny. Garrett Wilson runs a 4.33, so he improves as well. One more bench rep. So these receivers at the top of the draft look very good. No doubt about it. A catching for George Pickens runs a 4.50. So he actually worsens his pro day. Ran a 4.49 at the combine. Speeds up a little bit in the shuttle and the 3-cone. Broad jump the same. 40-inch vertical leap. Man, that is getting up there. That is definitely jumping out of the building. So these receivers are talented for sure. Let's take a look at Malik Willis one more time with his pro day. See where he is at. 4.51, so he definitely improves. Same with 3-cone and shuttle. 14 on the bench. Don't really matter about that. Broad jump, 9 feet, 2 inches. Still with that great throw power. That is good to see. And he has got a lot of ability running the ball. And as you can see, we're going to make a trade. We're going to Philadelphia, who had 3 picks, and I don't think they mind moving back. The 17th pick of the first round, we're off for him, and a second round pick next year for pick number 8. So we move up. We'll have the number 1 pick. We'll have pick 8 in the draft. Cannot complain about that. And hopefully we have a nice, talented guys up there. Good draft class. Hopefully make great picks. So Jason Verrett going back to free agency as we're skipping back and forth here. I think we're going to make him an offer. We're going to add Verrett. We added Levi Wallace. We draft Derek Stingley. Instantly, our secondary goes from bad to actually a pretty good secondary, especially in the corner position. So I like that a lot. He ends up signing. That is awesome. Welcome to the Jets, Jason Verrett. And now we get into the mock draft number 5, which we'll look at real here, but I don't think it's going to change much from the last mock draft. Yeah, I'm not really seeing much of a change. Leo Neal, Hamilton, Wilson, Elam, Cross. So they're saying we're taking Elam now. So we moved to 8. They're saying we're taking Elam. I don't know. I could be targeting Olave, maybe Mechie, maybe targeting one of the receivers. That is a possibility at pick number 8. That's another reason we kind of moved up. They're saying the Chiefs are going to take Matt Corral. They shouldn't. Why would you take him? Spencer Rattler, Saints. Yeah, that makes sense. Going down the list here. Yeah, it doesn't change up a whole lot. That'd be interesting to see how much it would change if it's later on. As for free agent signings, Davante Adams goes to Pittsburgh. That's a big deal. Von Miller to the Washington. Godwin to the Seahawks. Let's see if anybody in our division, as Calais Campbell goes to the Chiefs. Rob Gronkowski going to the Bengals. Marcus May going to the Dolphins. So there you go. Dante Hightower to the Dolphins. So the Dolphins trying to make some moves here. Brandon Williams to the Dolphins. I guess they're spending a lot of money, big time money. Anybody else in our division that we can see? Jamison Crowder going to the Colts. Avonte Maddox is going to the Dolphins as well. So they weren't happy with last year, fired their coach. And with a new coach and staff there, they're trying to make a move. Ben Jones going to Miami as well. Man, a lot of guys signing with Miami. And there you go. But Davante Adams to Pittsburgh. No Roethlisberger. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens in this draft. Do they take a quarterback? We'll see. We have the number 1 overall pick. We're going to pretty much make it pretty easy. We've said it earlier in this video. We know where we're going. Corner is a massive need, no doubt about it. We've signed 2 decent corners, and I think we just add another one. I mean, Derek Stingley looks amazing. A-man, A-press, A-catching, running about a 4.28, and there you go. Derek Stingley, number 1 overall pick, as you can see above. The overall is not shown until you get in to the end of the draft, so I think that's really cool. 93 acceleration, 92 agility, 92 change direction. Looks fantastic. 95 speed. 21 years old out of LSU. We have ourselves a star and Derek Stingley. That is amazing. Helps out the defense. Pick number 2, Sam Howell, quarterback. So is Daniel Jones pretty much, I would say, done in New York? It looks like they're going in a new direction. Pick number 3, Kayvon Thibodeau, going to the Minnesota Vikings. Helps out that pass rush, which is kind of good. Put him with the nail hunter. There you go. DeMarvin Leal, defensive tackle, going to the Detroit Lions. I believe they lost to Sean Hand in free agency, so that really helps them out. Philadelphia Eagles with their first pick here. Evan Neal, left tackle out of Alabama, trying to secure up that offensive line to help out your quarterback. Jaguars on the clock here, and they take Kyle Hamilton, free safety out of Notre Dame, trying to continue to improve that defense. Atlanta Falcons on the clock. Where do they go? They're going to take Garrett Wilson, wide receiver out of Ohio State. So there is your first receiver gone in this draft, and we are on the clock. The question is, do we continue that trend and take a wide receiver here at number 8? So let's get this one going here. Chris Olave is there, but Charles Cross is there as well. Obviously, offensive line is still a need. Yeah, Mekhi Becton's back. Yeah, we got Brandon Scherfen out at right guard. But still, if we could beef up this offensive line, we can run the ball a little bit more. That would really help out young quarterbacks, no doubt about it. Be awareness, be impact blocked. Looks pretty decent. Olave we saw. Obviously, don't really have anything else on him other than release. That's all we have right now at a B release. I definitely enjoy not knowing everything about the receiver or any of these players. I think that is definitely a very cool thing. I like that. You should know. I mean, you should know some stuff, but it's like it's in reality. It's just you should know everything about everybody, and that's definitely the best thing about this scouting update. Now, Jackson Kirkland, look at this: A pass block, A run block, 4.89 pro day. 36 bench reps, goes down from the 38 at the combine. He has a very good 3-cone, man. A lead block as well. A run block, A pass block. Wow. That makes this one tough. I think we take Jackson Kirkland. And we do. We're going to take him. Don't know what he is, but he's a hidden development, 92 strength, 80 agility, 83 acceleration. Oh, man. I think that's going to really help out. We move him over to right tackle. I know we probably could have taken Chris Olave, wide receiver. You get a prime wide receiver, but man, nothing. I mean, offensive line was a huge need. We just got it done there. Texans on the clock here, and they're going to take, there you go, Chris Olave goes to the Houston Texans at number 11 with the Philadelphia Eagles on the clock here at 12. They're going to go Andre Booth, corner out of Clemson. And really helps them out as well. Detroit, second pick for them. They take John Mechie. So there's the wide receiver out of Alabama. He is gone. And we'll see who's going to be throwing in the ball. I'm not sure what's going to happen there in Detroit. Christian Harris, middle linebacker out of Alabama, is going to Cincinnati. Dolphins on the clock. Chris Auden-Bell, wide receiver out of Minnesota. So we'll have to see what he looks like. So obviously we're going to see him a couple times here. Jordan Davis, the final pick for the Eagles, defensive tackle out of Georgia, helping out the defensive line, which is aging. Aiden Hutchinson out of Michigan going to the Chargers. And why in the world did the Chiefs do that? That is dumb. We'll have to fix that. We will fix that. We'll make sure Matt Corral goes on a team that we might play. Just a stupid pick. Brendan Joseph going to the Giants, the free safety out of Northwestern. Darren Kennard, right tackle, going to Kentucky. Out of Kentucky going to the Cardinals, trying to help out Kyler and that offensive line. Ravens take a guard there to help out their offensive line. Jackson going to the Vegas Raiders. Dallas now on the clock here, pick 24. First tight end off Jahleel Billingsley out of Alabama, going to Dallas. Another weapon for that offense. Oh, Spencer Rattler going to the Saints. So there you go. Jameis, I believe, is gone. And now looks like Spencer Rattler is going to be the starter for the New Orleans Saints. Panthers go tackle. Let's go where the Browns go. They take George Pickens. Does he replace Odell Beckham Jr.? He's really struggling. Landry getting up their age. So Pickens, big pick there for Cleveland. Trent McDuffie, corner, going to the Buffalo Bills. So we'll have to see him. Tennessee on the clock. They take Linderbaum, center out of Iowa, to continue to buff up that offensive line for Derrick Henry. Bucks on the clock. They take Zach Harrison, left end, out of Ohio State. New England Patriots, who would they pick? They're going to take the cornerback out of Oregon, Michael Wright. And now the Packers are going to take Sven Banks out of Ohio State. There you go. We are on the clock with pick number 1 here in this second round. And I know where we're going. I know exactly where we're going. And we're going with Malik Willis. We are picking Malik Willis here with this pick in this second round. He fell right to us. Cannot complain about that. I wasn't sure if he was going to go in the first round. But he is going to be a hidden development, 91 acceleration. He's got 88 speed, 93 throw power, 86 agility. We'll have to take a look at some of his other stats down the line here. But there you go, Malik Willis. We're going to have a quarterback battle in the preseason. Malik Willis, Zach Wilson are definitely going to go at it here to see who's going to be the starter quarterback for this New York Jets team. Now, next pick is going to be 23, but we're going to go through. So JT Daniels is going to the Lions. I wonder if he is going to be good enough to be their starter. So that could be possibly the Lions' new quarterback. Falcons on the clock. Let's see where they go with. They go Will McDonald, left end out of Ohio State. So now the question is, where do we want to go? Do we think about wide receiver now at pick in our second round pick? Do we go running back? Do we go safety? That's really the question right now. I think we'll just take a look, see who's around, maybe best available, go from there, because we have so many needs. I think that's the whole thing. We have so many guys that we have to, so many positions that I think we just do best available and go from there. So I'm thinking, but going through the list, what we need is middle linebacker, probably still safety. We don't need corner anymore. Wide receiver, running back, maybe a center if it's available. I think that's what we can do there, and then we can kind of continue to go here and there, maybe beef up the defensive line even more. Kansas City, see if they make another quarterback pick here. Yeah, Jordan Battle, Alabama, he's going to Chiefs. That makes a lot more sense, but why in the world? Just why? Why? They would never pick a quarterback in the first round. Never. That would not happen. Ravens on the clock here with pick 22. And let's see where they go with. And they pick a quarterback. Are you kidding me? I don't think that would happen either. But we're on the clock here at pick number 23. And you can see we're a few picks away from our next pick. So take a look at a few guys. And hopefully we can make a couple of selections here that we're really high on. Now, taking a look at, we got Jaquan Brisker, a hit power. Runs about a 4.47. That's a big difference. 4.54, 4.47, but decent speed. A finesse moves with a block shedding. Okay, that's definitely interesting there. So I'm saying this, I can put him at defensive line. But Brisker, not bad. Jahan Johnson, another Penn State guy. We saw what he has. He's the fastest wide receiver, but he has F catching. So I don't know about that. Now, Brandon Smith, another Penn State guy. Middle linebacker, runs a 4.36. Wow. Elite speed, good change of direction, elite acceleration, A finesse moves, B catching, C power moves. Ooh, that might be our pick. We need a middle linebacker. I think that could possibly be our pick. Going down the list, see anybody else that can see. There's Isaiah Spiller. Tyke Smith is right there as well. Like I said, we pick in a few picks from now. We're just 2 picks away. And I think Brandon Smith is the pick. We got to take him. He looks like an absolute beast. 4.36 at a middle linebacker. Somebody can just fly around and make some plays. You can see we're in the top fits for it, so we definitely need a middle linebacker. It was a need, no doubt about it. And we can possibly use him as a blitzing guy as well. And there you go. Hidden development as well. Everybody just getting a hidden development. 92 acceleration, 83 agility, 83 jumping, 91 speed with 74 strength. Now, obviously, for the hidden development and all this stuff, this is a custom draft class by Bengal. But the other thing I did, too, as well, is I maxed out the star and superstar. Those are the 2 things I maxed out. So you can kind of get more guys with other teams. Now, X Factors, that's going to be turned down a little bit because those are guys that should be like your Aaron Donalds of the world, Devontae Adams. Those guys shouldn't be readily around the league, no doubt about it. So I'm fine with more superstars and stars, but X Factors, no. So that could help. Tyke Smith, we went right for it. He was there. We need safety. Hidden development as well. 88 acceleration, 86 agility, 91 speed, 86 change of direction. He was one of those draft stories. They said to watch out for him, and there you go. He turns out to be a really good player. We'll see what happens, we'll see if he starts. I'm not sure if he is going to start this year, but definitely can build him up, and possibly next year he might be ready to go. As we continue through the rest of this first round, Isaiah Spiller, there's a great running back going to the Falcons. Treylon Burks, wide receiver, Arkansas, going to the Tampa Bay Bucks. Patriots are going to take David Bell, receiver out of Purdue. So we'll see him. Tight end goes off the board in Kohler out of Iowa State. And we are going to be clock here. First pick here in round number 3. So the question is, where do we go? And I'm thinking about halfback. Spiller just went. I do like Brian Robinson Jr. Obviously, out of those Alabama running backs, 6'1", 225. We take him. 91 speed, 94 acceleration, 85 agility, 84 change of direction, hidden development. Man, does every player we've taken have a hidden development? Absolutely crazy. So hidden development there. And now I think we'll start to move through these picks quickly. Trey McBride will be our next pick, tight end out of Colorado State. Our first non-hidden development, normal development, 80 speed, 76 strength, 83 acceleration. So he'll move in there, probably number 2. Reggie Robertson out of SMU. Now the height is wrong. It says he's 6'5". He is not. He's like 6 foot, 6'1", but a solid receiver. Has been up there with Biletnikoff Awards. Definitely, I think that's a steal later in these rounds here. James Empey out of BYU at center. You can see he's a normal development as well. Keep going through. We're going to take Haskell, the rascal, Garrett out of Ohio State. Now, he is a hidden development. So another one there, 90 strength, 77 speed, 78 acceleration. As a boy Mafe out of Minnesota. That'll be our next pick. Defensive end, 85 acceleration, 81 speed. Maybe try to build him up in a little bit of pass rush specialist. We'll see. Christopher Allen, linebacker out of Alabama. We'll take him. 86 acceleration, 82 speed. CJ Verdell out of Oregon. We'll take him with another pick. Normal development, 91 speed, 92 acceleration, 90 agility. See how he fits in there. And that's your draft. I think it's a really crazy draft, to be honest with you. Taking a look at it here. So Stingley's an 81 overall. We saw the 95 speed. Outstanding pick. Number 1 overall selection. He looks to be fantastic. Obviously, that hidden development right now in man-to-man. 82 man, 77 zone coverage, 68 play rec. He looks good. Jackson Kirkland. We thought about taking receiver, but he looked fantastic. 76 overall. Looks very good. Can't wait to put him on the offensive line. Malik Willis is a 73 overall here in this second round. And he's right there. Pretty much the same overall, I think, as Wilson. No doubt about it. Smith is going to be a 72 overall with that 91 speed. Tyke Smith, 74 overall. Brian Robinson is going to be a 72 overall. McBride, a 68. Robinson, a 67. Empey, a 69. Garrett, a 69 with the hidden development. Mafe, 65. Allen, 65. And CJ Verdell with a 66 overall. But a lot of these guys down here, I think Allen, Verdell, Garrett, they're definitely going to be part of the team, no doubt about it. So, excellent draft. Let's just go through, see here. Sam Howell, 77 overall, hidden development for this Giants team. Dude is absolutely jacked. I mean, he's got some huge arms. Holy moly, wow. Thibodeau, 81 overall, hidden development here for this Minnesota Vikings team. He's got 82 power moves, 86 finesse moves, 89 speed, 92 acceleration. Looks like an absolute beast. Hamilton is an 80 overall. There's Garrett Wilson, 77 overall. He's at hidden development for this Atlanta Falcons team. Put him with Calvin Ridley. 94 speed, 96 acceleration, 82 catch, 82 short, 80 medium, 82 deep route. Looks pretty good. Can't really complain about that. Chris Olave, the guy we were thinking maybe about taking. Instead we took, obviously, Kirkland. 76 overall, hidden development, 92 speed, 94 acceleration, 80 catch. 71 catch in traffic definitely hurts. But he has 85 deep route, 80 spec catch. Still pretty good pick, no doubt about it, for the Texans. That helps them out a lot in the receiving game. They will definitely need it for sure. Let's see, we go down the list here. Anybody else? Yeah, that Chiefs pick. Just why? Why do you pick that? If there's anybody else I don't show on here, when we get into the preseason or during this in the comments, just let me know if you want to see a guy. We can definitely do that. Spencer Rattler, normal development, 76 overall for the Saints. 92 throw power, 85 deep accuracy, 85 median accuracy. Tell you what, Spencer Rattler still goes in the first round this year. I'd be very surprised. Well, I don't think he's going to come out this year either. I think he's going to transfer to another school, but still, I'd be surprised. We'll see. You never know. We'll see what happens. Round 2, there's Malik Willis. Anybody else here? There's still very good draft picks, no doubt about it. Look at Breece Hall. Wow. Going to the Dolphins out of Iowa State. He might be the best running back. 79 overall, down to 78 with a -1 morale. But hidden development for him, 92 speed, 92 acceleration, 88 agility, 85 carry. That's pretty much 80 ball carrier vision. Looks like the Dolphins have a decent back there to go with Gaskin. So, Dolphins, crazy free agency. We'll see what they do with the draft, but maybe the Dolphins could be another big team with the Patriots went to the Super Bowl. You know how good the Bills are, so this division's definitely tough. Desmond Ridder goes to Washington. So, will he be the starter there? I'm not really sure. I mean, that's going to be an interesting one there as well for some of these teams with quarterbacks. Who's going to be the starter? There's Jahan Dotson. Went to Buffalo. We thought about taking him with that F catching, but he's a hidden development. 74 overall. We know he's going to be fast. 95 speed, 94 acceleration. He does have a 74 catching. So he has +5 in the catch of the moment. So it's really 74. But still, you get him out in the open field, man, he looks like a beast. Isaiah Spiller, we knew he was going to be good. 77 overall, hidden development, 88 speed, 85 acceleration. So that it's just not there speed-wise, but he does everything else really, really well. So that's still a decent pick. So let's take a look at the Bills pick. They take Trent McDuffie, 76 overall, hidden development for this Bills team, 94 speed, not very good in man coverage, better in zone, but even if he's bad at man coverage, he has that speed to make up for it. So big-time corner there. We saw Dotson. DeMarvin Overshawn, who I think is a very good linebacker out of Texas, 87 speed, 71 overall. So that's a pretty good pick there. And I think the Bills have had themselves a solid draft class to go with the already talented team they have. Next pick, past the Dolphins. I guess we'll wait for them last just to see what else. But let's go to the Patriots. Patriots, Mikael Wright out of Oregon, 74 overall, 95 speed. Another fast corner. David Bell, wide receiver out of Purdue, 72 overall there. Devin Lloyd, linebacker, 70 overall. Let's see anybody else down the list here that they got. A lot of 7th-round picks, but when you get a wide receiver in the 7th round that's a 68 overall, I would say cannot complain about that. Solid draft class for the New England Patriots, a team with a rookie quarterback contract pretty much, and went to a Super Bowl, so watch out for the Patriots. As for the Dolphins, Chris Autumn, 68 overall. So that is a miss. But when you get Hall, it's a 79. You get Mays, it's a 72. And then going down the list here, 4 through 7, not too bad. So they missed on their first-round pick, but they hit on the 2nd and 3rd for sure. And that's your offseason. That is the offseason. It was long, but, man, this team is going to be different. We have a lot of draft picks. We're going to have a quarterback battle here in this preseason. It's going to be fun. We're going to see some young, talented players flying around. We're tired of losing. We're tired. We're tired of it. We want to come in. We want to play well every game. We want to win a lot more games. I'm tired of playing these bad games. It's finished. That is done. It is over, past. We're moving on to year number 2. We're going to get this one going. It's going to be exciting. We're going to play some great games, and we're going to win a lot of games. No doubt about it. Get ready, because we're doing it. Starting this year, we're going to do it. All right. So that's going to do it for this one. Thank you so much once again. Please leave a like, comment, subscribe if you're new. I will see you in the next one. You guys have a good one. Bye-bye.